Hi everybody, I'm just going to do a quick video to show how to generate some random information from an array in Scratch. So the first thing I'm going to create is an array list or an array structure, which will be our list. And I'm going to call it letters. So you can see over here on the left hand side we have our letters, and here in the center we have the tasks that we can use to perform operations on our array structure. So I can add something, delete something, insert something, replace something, get something from a given position, check the length of the array, see if the array contains some information, show something and hide something. Absolutely fine. So I'm going to pre-populate some data. So clicking the plus allows us to enter some information. So maybe I'll go for 8. So 8 pieces of information, A, B, C, D, F, G, H. And fine. So what I want to do first and foremost is, now that I have my array with some pre-populated data, I want to be able to pick a random piece of information, one letter, from my array structure. So I'll kick off my program. So when clicked, so you can see that the letters array is working with positions. So I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is great. I want to be able to get some random information from my structure. So let's just see how we can access some information from the structure. So the simple program will be, when clicked, the cat says hello. So fine. I don't want the cat to say hello. I want the cat to be able to say one of the letters from my array. So say item 1 of letters. So say item 1 of letters. And that's A. If I was to say item of last, it'll be H, and so on and so forth. So that's great. Now I have the structure to be able to say something, to output some information from the letters array. But I want this to be random, just not the first, not the last. How about just random? So I'm going to create a new variable, and I'm going to call it or underscore num. Okay, random number. Fine. So I want to set my variable or num to some type of random number. And it's going to be pick random number 1 to 10. Now, I don't have 10 pieces of information in my array. I only have 8. So pick random 1 to 8. So now or num is going to have a random number between 1 and 8. Let's see this happening. So let's say we don't believe it. So each time I run, I'm going to say or num for 2 seconds. So to generate the random number, show it for 2 seconds. So it's 7. It's 5. It's 7. It's 3. Okay, fine, we get the idea. So we break up our blocks, and instead of saying the random number, let's see if we can say item of or num of letters. So now it will generate a random number between 1 and 8, and we'll display out the information from the letters array with a given number. So 1 to 8. E, C. You can see here that everything's fine. So you can see it's randomly generating or randomly picking the letter from my structure. Now that's only generating 1. If I wanted to perform this task a number of times, then I should come back to my loops. And if I wanted to do this 9 times, I could repeat something 9 times, and off we go. Now ideally, if I'm going to be picking 9 random letters from here, I should be storing them somewhere. So I won't do it as a repeat. I'll let you figure that one out. So that just would perform it 9 times. If I was to pick a random letter from here and I wanted to put it into a different array or store it somewhere to use it later on, well, I could make a new list and I'll call it new letters. And let's say that when I pick my new random letter, that I'll actually store it somewhere. So I'll have to break up my friends here. So this one here is, so this is picking the random letter. And maybe I should store this somewhere, just temporarily. So let's say I create a new variable called temp letter. And I will set temp letter to the random letter that we pick. Brilliant. This basically is, now I store it and I can use it a few times. So now I'm going to add my new letter to my letters array. So add something to new letters. What's the something? Well, it's my temp letter, because that's where I've stored the new temporary letter. I drop my friend in here, and if we don't believe what we have, we can lux say for 2 seconds temp letter. You can see the letters are going to appear here now, so each time I run, a new letter is being added to my new letters array. So that's going to build up for me. Off it goes, see 9, 10, 11. So if when the program runs I want to delete or to clear out my array, I can delete all of new letters. Now when it runs, each time I pick a random letter, it's only storing it into position 1. And ideally what I do is that I would perform this logical block here 9 times, i.e. I just loop over what I have here, and this should pick 9 random letters for me, okay? So a lot of little videos that we have here, you should be able to take the pieces and recombine them back into the CA to get the game working, okay? So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know.